Welcome back, everyone, to another week. All right, so going to be getting right into it, covering the potential setups, and also following up from a great week we had last week. Was able to catch over 400 pips. And let's see what this week has in store. Started with the U.S. dollar index. All right, we still see some nice potential setting up on multiple pairs. So looking at the dollar index, it kept its bullish correction up to the upside from that demand level. But now we see this week or last trading week, we had bears coming in on the dollar. All right. If we look at here on the weekly chart, we see it's forming a bearish engulfing. So when the market opens, this will be closing as a bearish engulfing. Well, it could be a sign that we could see continued correction to the downside on the dollar possibly. So if we go down to the daily chart, you see price didn't just retest this previous high, it actually broke below it. All right, still showing signs of potential downside. All right, so if this continues to correct to the downside, we can see dollar pairs move with it. So right here on a 4-hour, we see a downtrend. We see lower lows and lower highs structure. All right, so if price just continues to roll over and hold structure, then we can see this give us a continued move down. All right. And looking at that, that's really going to determine for me, once we get, if price continues down, once we get to this level, this will really be an important level to say, it's either we're going to hold here, all right, and continue up, or if we break below there, then we can go even lower on the dollar. All right. So looking at Gbp Chf. All right. So it's one of my top setups for the week. If we look at this, price is in the supply level. All right, pushed up in this, always look left to go right. Looking to the left, you see price came to this nice level of previous sell-offs. All right, it's the highest the price has been since the end of 2019. All right, so we see here on the weekly, strong bearish engulfing candle. That's a sign that the bears or the sellers are in control. So coming into this week, we're going to be looking for sell opportunities. All right, if we go down to the daily, you see price had a nice impulsive breakdown from this level. Nice evening star reversal on the daily chart, breaking structure. Price is breaking this structure here, previous structure higher low. So that's a key piece to look at, because if you look to the left, this is also a previous level of supply here. All right, so price is breaking back in beneath that level, which shows that we could potentially hold and really see this come all the way back down to these structure levels. All right, so how I would look for this going into the week, I would like to see some type of pullback or retest deeper before continuing. But, going into Sunday, Monday, we'll see how price develops, because looking at this, let's say on the 4-hour, price actually did slightly retest. It broke down here. This was actually a retest here, retesting support, and then it continued. All right, and now pulled back here, and this could just continue. So if this happens like this, if the market opens up, all right, if the market opens up and just continues to break down, all right, then I will look for continued opportunities on these pullbacks. From there, I would just trade in line with structure. All right, but if this early on give us a deeper pullback, then I'll let it do that. On a deeper pullback, I'll look for retest opportunities for the sell. All right, so it's either we're going to continue to break down and we look for our opportunities trading in line with structure, or we'll look for a deeper retest one more time before catching the sell. All right. Gbp Jpy, this was a really nice move. Didn't give this one out, but really with GJ, I've been waiting for some type of bigger correction to the downside. All across the board, bears was in control of GBP all across the board. All right, so if we look at this, see how this weekly is looking. All right, so really, GJ is at an interesting level. Back at this supply level, similar to Gbp Chf, strong level of sellers. So price came into that level. On a weekly, it's looking like it's going to be a bearish engulfing candle. All right, could be a sign that the sellers are still in control. All right, but if we look at here on the daily, price has clearly been in the uptrend. All right, it's higher low here, higher high, higher low, higher high. This could be a higher low. This could be setting up for one more move up. That's still a possibility too. So this is how I would look at GJ. It's either price is going to come back down here, maybe hold resistance, and then give us a move up. I mean, hold support. If that happens, it could give us a move up. But in order to say we're probably going to go higher, price we need to break above this structure, lower high, and then give us a retest And then with that retest, that could be opportunity to take price back up towards 152.5. All right, for a deeper correction up. Because this was really a strong move with little to no pullback. From this high all the way down towards a little bit lower than 150, 40 pips, about 149.6. It's about 370 pips with little to no pullback. All right, so really, I just want to see how price is going to react here. Now, if price comes down, if this is just a pullback, and price just to continue to form a lower low right here, breaking below here, all right, strongly breaking below 150 and breaking below structure, then I will look for a pullback opportunity for continuation down. All right, and then my next target will be around this support structure, around 148.6. All right, so something like this, either something like this, pullback, maybe retest and continue down, or if price breaks above here, that could be a retest for continued up. So we just got to see what price shows us going into the week. Euro USD. Euro USD, overall, we've been in the downtrend on a weekly chart, but price had a deep correction down. Now, looking at this weekly candle, it's about to close bullish engulfing. All right. So this could be setting up to give us a deeper move, possibly. Okay, but if we look at this on the daily chart, we're still within this downtrend. All right. Lower low, lower high on the retest, lower low. Now price is pulling back. So this could possibly be a lower high forming for one more move down. That's still a possibility. All right, so keep that in mind. But as of right now, I need to see how this is going to go. Show me going into the week. All right, because if we get something like this and price just starts to, continue this breakdown here, if we see a breakdown here, breaking structure, all right, maybe pull back and hold, we could see price roll over. All right, but this can also just correct higher towards this level of resistance where we'll have a break or bounce opportunity. So if we get a deep pull up here and price respects, then that could be another move down. All right, but if price just continues to pump, all right, and we get a break above here, then I would say on the pullbacks, look to take it even higher. But overall, I'm still leaning towards it. It really depends on what the dollar does. All right, because if this breaks down, give a pullback opportunities, we could catch those sales. Gbp Cad. Gbp Cad has been in this downtrend from that supply level. All right, when it came way up here, I remember scouting this and saying we're going to see this continue to sell off. All right, from that supply level, always look left to go right. Just keep it real simple. All right, so strong sales in that supply level. From a big level, this is really one big range, supply range. All right, but it's still a lot of money, a lot of pips to be caught within that. So looking at this weekly candle, we still see a lot of bearish pressure there. Still a lot of bearish pressure on that weekly candle. When the market open, it's going to close like that. So for me, it's still strong bearish pressure. So we could see this continue to break. It's actually starting to break. You see, we had a structure of support here. All right. So looking at this level, this is how I would look. Okay, if price is breaking this level, I would let price continue to break down, and I would look for a pullback or a retest opportunity. All right. So right now, you see price is actually breaking it. All right. Price is actually breaking support. So if this continues to break, and it keeps showing us confirmed moves under this level, on the pullbacks or the corrections will be your opportunities to catch the sell opportunities. All right. Now, price just give us a false break and give us a strong closer back above here. We can look to take that higher for a deeper correction. But as of now, it's looking like it's a lot of bearish pressure to continue to drop, and come back down towards this next level around anywhere from 1.704 to really 1.70. USD Cad, looking at USD Cad on the weekly. So looking at the monthly, we are at a strong demand level. All right. But looking at the weekly, price pulled up to give us a bigger correction. One more wave back down. All right. The weekly is looking bearish. If we go to the daily we're in a downtrend. You can see lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So price pulled up. This could be a lower high for one more move down. All right. So if we look at this, price formed somewhat of a double top right here. All right. This daily candle is looking like a real bearish shooting star type candle. If we look at the 4-hour chart, price came up for the double top, and pretty much broke down. All right. So with this, I would say if we get a break of structure here, look for the pullback or retest for continuation down. All right. And from there, my first target will be around this support, around 1.247 support. All right. But a breakthrough there, we could see price come back down lower, down towards 1.24 support or lower. GU, we was able to catch GU nice, catch over 100 pips on this in the private group. Looking at this, price is still, showing signs of bigger moves down. If we look at this on the weekly, all right, this weekly candle is going to close a healthy bearish candle, right? If you look at the daily, price was just forming strong rejection, pull up range right here, but lower high, lower low, pull it up for the lower high and break down. So I'm expecting this to really continue to break down and give us a lower low and continue to break down structure. But looking at this on a 4-hour, it's a matter of if we want to break or not. All right. So for this, if you're looking for sales, congrats on those of you in the private Discord that was able to catch this. So now this is what we look for. Look for a break of structure. If price breaks structure, look for a pullback or a retest for price to continue to roll over. Usd Jpy, we was able to catch UJ as well. This was a nice signal on a sell. All right, we was able to catch, and I was expecting price to come back and retest. Really, on this breakdown, we were able to catch this retest for the sell down. All right, and price came back to the structure. I was expecting it to retest this level. All right, so now it's at a level where price could pull up, because you see it was in an uptrend on this daily. It broke above structure, retesting now. So this could be a retest for one more move up, all right, into the deeper supply level before price respect for the sell-off. So that's a possibility. Or, price could just continue to sell off. But right now it's looking like now price, let's say price continues to roll up, and that's probably going to keep going. Or if it pulls back, retest, but still hold support, we can expect that to give us an extension up. But if price just continues to roll down, then, I continue to sell off. Euro Nzd was really a great play as well. I sent this out. Some of you were able to catch it. Like if you look here, really, I can show you right here. I showed that. Hold on. 1 second. If we look at this, Euro Nzd, I was expecting this. Price was right here to start the week. We had the impulse, price was retesting 6.8, and I was saying we're looking for a wave up. All right. So if we look at how price played out perfectly. This was a beautiful move. If we look. All right. So price came down to this level, did exactly what we anticipated. All right. Nice 61.8 rejection, nice pin bar rejection, morning star reversal here on the daily. And the price just continued pumping, a sign of just continued bullish pressure. So this was your impulse, correction, impulse. All right. So now I'm expecting price to continue long-term to the upside. If we look at the weekly, this weekly candle is about to close bullish engulfing, showing that the buyers are still in control. All right. So this was really catching these lows of this, was really a setup for a nice swing. All right. So if we break this down, even if you missed the first move, price came and give another opportunity. Because we had a nice pump breaking our counter trend line there. Right. And this was the retest here. Price came back for the retest. Because once you know the true direction, you're now just trading in line with structure. All right, because price broke above here. It broke above, slightly pulled back, continued up for a higher high. So now the next point of structure you look for a retest is previous structure high. So price came right back to previous structure high, formed support, and just bounced up, came down for a double bottom right here, and it's continuing up. So I'm expecting price to hold above this previous structure high and just continue to move to the upside. All right, at least back to this resistance. But overall, you can see that continue to move even higher. Gold is at an interesting point. You see on the weekly, it's looking like real bullish pressure because price came to this level of demand and had a big bounce. All right, reject, pull back, nice pin bar rejection, continuing up. The daily just kept pumping, all right, for that double bottom. So really, in order for this to go higher, I would need to see price break above here, that neckline. And then on a pulls back, so retest, you can look for price to continue up. All right. Now right here, it's looking like price is just correcting to the downside at that level of resistance. Okay, so we have to see. Gold, it all depends on how the dollar is going to react for us. All right, it all depends. So with this, we could see, for me to look for buys, I would just need to see a correction up to continue. I wouldn't be looking for sales on that right now unless I'm looking for scalps. Euro AUD was also another one that I sent out. You know, we caught this signal the last week, 2 weeks ago, right? On this correction down, we were able to catch this pump up. But see, price came right back down for another pullback and continued up and completed the projection that we were anticipating. All right, so now I'm still expecting this to go up long term. Okay, if we look at the weekly, strong bullish pressure, strong bullish rejection from that demand level. So with this, you can either wait for some type of correction, but overall, I want to see price breaks this structure. With a break of this structure, I want to see a retest and look for price to continue up. All right, with the next point of target being around here, or around 1.59, around 1.59 resistance. All right, so if price comes up and we get a nice break, say something like this, we get a nice break above and then a retest around here. All right, stop loss will go a few pips below there. And then look to take profit up around 1.59 resistance. That would be our target right there. All right, so that could be a nice play. All right, Nzd Jpy, this was actually one of the signals that was given out. TP1, I believe, was hit. All right, which is about 70 some pips or so. I'm still expecting NJ to continue to the downside. All right, we see price played out perfectly. It came down, came to our structure level, and just broke down for us. All right, nice evening star rejection. Okay, so any pullbacks here, I'm expecting this down, but I'm expecting this correction here on the 4-hour to just break down. I'm expecting this flag, you see, because we had the impulse correction, slight correction, breakdown. Now I believe it's just a retest or pullback to just continue this wave to the downside. All right, so still expect bears on Nzd Jpy. All right. GA, we was able to catch GA. This was also a beautiful setup for us. I sent this out saying, hey, you know, I'm looking for bears, I'm looking for sales, but this is what I expect. When we were here, we're on the 4-hour chart now. I was saying where they're going to get price to pull up higher for a retest and then go, or when price breaks down, we're going to catch the retest. So we caught the retest. And when I saw this pattern right here, this right here is an evening star. It's what you call an evening star reversal. All right. I mean, not an evening star, my bad. This is railroads. All right, bearish railroad. It printed that on the 4-hour and just broke down. Impulse. We entered on this retest. Beautiful. Retest, continuation. All right, so that was a beautiful play right there. That gave us over 140 pips. So now, you know, price could correct up before any continued move down. But if this continues to break down here, then just catch the corrections for continuation. All right. So that's it right now. That's on the watch list. I'm going to be watching those pairs. If I see any other opportunities, I will give them out. If you're in a private group, if you look here, right, this is our Discord. This is how things go. We were able to catch, we see GU give us 112 pips, 147 pips for GA, 110 pips for USD Jpy, 82 pips for Nzd Jpy. That was 451 pips total. All right, so I give you the exact targets when we look to enter. You see here, this is how it looks. Selling, I'll tell you, I'm selling the pair. I give you the price, stop loss, to take profit. All right, everything is given for you. I send out the analysis. NJ, this was the before price broke down. So I give you in-depth breakdowns of why I'm entering trades. All right. So it's not just a signal service, or it's not just us, holding your hand and just feeding you with the pips or with the signals. I'm actually breaking it down so you guys can see the mindset and the perspective of why I'm entering these trades. So at the same time, you're able to learn. All right. You're able to learn. We have a chat where everybody share. We also share crypto. So when we do our crypto sessions, we record them here. We drop them there for you to watch if you don't catch the live. And testimonials. We got people winning here. People making hundreds and thousands. Just off of 37 a month. People making more than what it's going to cost you in a year. They're making that in a day, right? 392 profit here for somebody. All right, all profit count. Somebody had $1,000 day, 1K day for Marty. Right here, he was up over $600 on GU. That kept dropping, so I'm sure he was able to capitalize. Okay, $307. So people are winning here. Plenty of testimonials, social proof, $485 profit. All right, so people are seeing results. $316 profit. All right, so if you want to get in the paid group, visit the fxwave.com. You'll get live sessions with us as well, and we'll help you all out. All right. So I hope that helps. This week is also looking like a profitable week to come. So let's be patient and let's catch these pips. See y'all in the next one.